Alright, here we are. This hand looks pretty spiffy. Have all our mana and some plays. Keep that one. Hopefully there's no Corsair on turn 2. Alright, that seems fine. I think we'll just sack now, since we're going to eventually thins our deck slightly and burn this Mystic, and we'll keep the Charm. Plan is Mantis Rider, cast Charm, cast Dig Through Time, I suppose, and it's looking good. This weird new sidebar graveyard thing I'm not really a huge fan of, but I guess we will make do. Okay, Sarkhan's pretty bad for us. So options are kill Sarkhan. He has 3 cards. We could put Sarkhan on top, which doesn't seem that great since it's going to be a problem. Or we start burning face. We have 8 points of burn, which puts him down to 9. I think with Dig Through Time and him, doesn't seem great to play the burn game or the long game. Kill Sarkhan or deal 4 to him. I think we have to kill Sarkhan. We do have Dig Through Time. Which we can cast next turn. Let's hope he doesn't have too many amazing things. Okay. Storm Breath. Perfect draw. Let's go ahead and stoke it. Alright, Dig Through Time is going to be cheap. Rebel Master, eh? Probably just want to Rebel Master and kill the Xenagos. The control game looks like it's working if his best play was Xenagos that turn. It's possible he might have Lightning Strike. Okay, just had a coughing fit. The beauty of Magic Online. Doesn't really matter. because no one can see you on Magic Online, no one can hear you cough. Alright. Looks like he is F6'd. Could also keep this charm for a big lifelink swing. I don't think that's necessary though. Just get rid of the Xenagos, so we can't ramp out a bigger Genesis Hydra or something like that. Alright, Ashclad Phoenix, that shouldn't be a problem. Let's go ahead and dig. See what we can find. Question is, do we dig for less than the maximum amount of delve? If we cast like Banishing Light on Ash Cloud or Jeskai Charm, we only need 3 mana. That said, we do have a lot of mana, so probably just dig for the full amount here. Just take a jet and a strike. Go ahead and jet that. There's our own Ash Cloud, which we will take. And then just send in those two. Don't really want to trade Rabblemaster and a burn for the Phoenix. So there's not any good way to get rid of this, because you can just unmorph it. So just stick to the plan. Get to cast our own. Fortunately, he doesn't seem to have drawn anything too relevant. This seems like a Crater's Claws type of scenario. So the plan is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna magma jet this, depending on what he does. Okay. So we can just double burn that. I think that's what we want to do. Phoenix can be very annoying if you don't have a good answer for it. Finally, Rebel Master gets to swing in. Next turn, he's dead if he doesn't have anything. Okay. He's gotta shoot the ash cloud, likely, since it kills him. Okay. So that puts me to 6. So he might be Crater's Clawsing me right now. So I can't flip up my ash cloud. Actually, he can't do that because it taps out his Carrotids. Okay. That makes sense. Although, okay. That just wins us the game, but what would happen if we drew a blank? Yeah, that's exactly lethal. So, if we had drawn a blank, we could attack 3 on there or everything on him. He would chump there, block 1 there, take 3, and we wouldn't be dead. And he would need to top deck. So we still would have been in a winning position. He would have had a chance to draw something that burnt us out, basically. Otherwise, we would have killed him on the crackback. Or he would have minus Sarkin, and then we could have hit with 2 goblins that would have put him down to 1. So yeah. we were in a favorable position. Would have came down to what he top decked there at the end. Lightning Strike, not that great since it doesn't actually kill any of the mana guys that Magma Jet already kills. And you get the scries in. These cards are all okay. Maybe shave a Stoke. And then get rid of the Rabble Masters. Maybe want one anger on the draw. Because it can, actually maybe two. Since it can just win the game if he has a start with a bunch of mana guys. Maybe even all three. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Kind of counter burn, counter control strategy. Anger can be hit or miss though, because sometimes they can like drop a Pelucranos before you can even anger, or you top deck it late when you want a burn spell. But it can win the game if they just go like ramp guy, ramp guy, ramp guy. Alright, this hand sucks. Guess we're keeping this. Not what we want to draw. Neither are you. Lead with Epiphany so we can scry and nullify next turn if we need to. Another Epiphany. Oh boy, that's a lot of lands. Let's see what he's got. Okay, Rattleclaw is very good for us. I think we're just getting a plains here, dissolving whatever he plays, and hopefully hitting an anger or something relevant, like a dig. Okay, that's good. I'm glad he didn't like Genesis Hydra. I think I might want to actually Jeskai Charm here. Just kind of want to play the long game. Since we have so many lands, we want to hit Dig Through Time and then win. Suspension Field's not what we want. I already have one of those. We need to find a good threat or a Dig Through Time. If he just morphs, if he just plays a morph, probably the Rattleclaw Mystic, we will not counter it, since taking 2 a turn is fine. It is bad if he plays Genesis Hydra next turn, but... Ooh. So, can't actually cast that yet. Unmorphs Hooded Hydra gets us. Guess not. He's waiting for something big. Okay. Now this might be the turn that he starts running things into our counter magic that he suspects we have, since now we can cast Dig Through Time. He also might be completely screwed. Did he mulligan this game? I don't know. There's no way to tell. It's impossible to tell. Yep, here comes the stuff. I think we let that resolve. Okay. Suspension field takes care of it, and it allows us to dig through time. And he's down to 2 cards, which is great. Alright, there's another dig, which we want. And I suppose either the Stoke or the Ashclad Phoenix. So next turn we are going, we want to counter or stoke the Stormbreath Dragon and suspension field the Courser. I think I'm fine taking the Stoke over the Ashclad. Since we have Dig, there's no reason to get aggressive. So yeah. He fortunately cannot Stormbreath and threaten ultimate monstrosity. Ultimate monstrosity. He is one short of that. Okay. So we can dissolve, dissolve and dig through time. Scry, not exactly the greatest combo with Dig, but somehow I'm okay with it. The Rattleclaw kind of picking away at us does make Crater's Claws lethalish around this point. Something we need to keep in mind. But not necessarily something we can afford to play around at this point. If he plays Sarkin, we're going to dissolve it. I guess keep that on top in case our dig is very bad. That's at least something to get. Maybe there's actually an argument to bottoming it to hit some of our more relevant cards, but we already kept it. I think you probably want to keep it on top. This isn't like we're likely to hit something good here. Alright, that's kind of something good. Goodish things. So if we take Stormbreath Rider, he'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, so he can kill us with Crater's Claws. Question is, are we playing around Crater's Claws or not? Could go Stormbreath Dragon, stoke this. Can we beat a Crater's Claws this game? I guess yes we can, kind of. I suppose it's also a consideration he could have went for it last turn to kill us, and he didn't. Oh well, there's Kranos anyways. So, I guess we'll stick to the plan and not lose to Crater's Claws. Even though if he Stormbreath Dragons us, that's kind of disappointing, since we're going to likely lose to that. But he shouldn't have it by this point unless he draws it. Okay, there's a Sarkin. That is more manageable. Okay. We did need to hit something here to kill it. Question is, are we Sarkining or Dragoning? I think we're Dragoning, because Sarkin can kill a Stormbreath. Presumably he has some sort of burn in his hand, though. This also gives us the option to monstrosity next turn. I assume we're not going to survive, though. Actually close to Kranos becoming a real boy, like a Mantis Rider does it. Okay, he doesn't have anything. Or he is afraid of... Nah, I doubt he's afraid of us having a counter. He would likely just go for it. He might double lightning strike us on upkeep. Here is one of those anger the gods not being great situations. So Storm Breath, I feel like we're just monstrosing Storm Breath here. It's more mana efficient and a similar clock. He's dead next turn. Is this a lightning strike? A singular lightning strike? It's not often I monstrous Storm Breath Dragon. Could anger just clear out the Caryatid? Makes for smaller Genesis Hydras, but Hornet Queen is a card, so that seems fairly terrible. Okay, here it comes. Top Dick. Drum roll. And it's good. Creative Claws playing around Disdainful Stroke. Yeah. Maybe there was something I could have done differently, but probably want an extra stoke for Storm Breath Dragons. other than that, this seems fine. Anger kind of better in a lot of ways on the play, since you can sweep up the mana guys before they have a chance to cast something that doesn't die to anger. Alright, the nuts. Not the nuts, but probably keep. Also, we're kind of low on time, it's relevant. This hand could lose to Storm Breath or Sarkin if we don't get our dissolve online. It is good at buying time versus certain draws, though. Okay, and we're back. Opponent mulligans 6. Which is kind of what we need, along with a land. Perfect. Best possible. Probably not keeping this. Once we're at 3 lands, that's good enough. And we will draw more naturally. And if we don't, that's fine too. Alright. Sure. It's a great land to draw. Much better than the Mystic Monastery, since dig is a thing. If he just goes Pelukrinos, I'll probably Jeskai charm it and get to a point where we can suspension field and dissolve. Alright. Ash Cloud is the same plan. Anger would be incredible, but we don't have it. Yet. Alright. And no Anger the Gods. I think we're just going for the same plan. Yes, okay, so he is mana screwed. Yeah. Don't really want him to morph Rattle Claw. Time is a consideration at this point. Here I'm probably just dissolving. If that was an untapped land, I would just go for the dig and try and find Anger. But I don't really want to pass and do nothing this turn. Ooh. Stormrust's pretty bad against Ash Cloud, but I think our plan is... Oh wait, we just dissolved it. What am I saying? I keep thinking just juggling it to the top of his library. So yeah, let's play this. Beat down. Okay, Sarkin from him is going to be pretty bad. Okay, that's much better. Just offer up the trade. Which he might not even take because we have Jeskai charm. Although he probably should have thought about that before playing Storm Breath. Pass. Yeah. Come on, play something that gets a suspension field. Yid. Perfect. Thank you, thank you. Can't even monstrous. Question is, do we Magma Jet that or dig? I think we're just digging. Better to make a fast decision than a correct one at this point. 2 minutes left, although he is getting down to the point. where he is not recovering. Alright, let's see what we got. Suspension field's paying off. Alright, quick decision, Mantis Rider, and stay in full stroke. Let's just do 2 Mantis Riders, since we'll be suspension fielding and Mantis riding this turn. It's down to 1 card. Alright, there's Stoke. Do we have lethal now? There's always time to tap your mana optimally. Yes, we do have lethal. Oh wait, no we don't. That guy taps. Okay, this game, wrap it up with a bow, because we have won. Okay. Should have done that before we attacked, but doesn't look like it matters. He doesn't have 2 burn spells, and we got there. Team sick, getting there with plenty of time to spare.